Hello, everybody. My name is AB, and this is my Dirty Laundry Diary. Welcome, welcome. I hope this past week was good, and if not, I'm really proud of you for getting through it. My past week was rough. I've been doing a little funky mentally recently. Haven't been feeling great, but I did reach out to people that I trust to let them know that I'm feeling funky, and I did have not an emergency, but like a hey, I'm feeling funky sort of mental health appointment. And that helped a lot. So yeah. Not much else happened this week that I can remember. We'll take it, That's okay. Not every week needs to be monumental or have major things. Sometimes it's just about reaching out and noticing the signs and being gentle to yourself. I think you can probably tell that I'm tired today. I feel very tired this weekend. Which is probably a sign, or has to do with the funk that I'm feeling, if you will. But again, that's okay. That happens. This week's episode is about grief. It's the gift that keeps on giving, pretty much. The reason that I say that is because I have mentioned my cat Rutabaga that passed away unexpectedly. It'll be a year ago in March. And he used to love to sit. He would actually get in the shower with me, but he loved to just sit in the shower and on the shower mat and on the shower curtain. He loved the shower. I don't know why, but he did. It is so freaking cute. And I've been putting off buying new shower curtain and shower mats, bathroom carpet. I don't know what they're called. Bathroom mats. I'll say bathroom mats. Because they're not his, they're mine, but they were such a him thing. And I have a calendar, like a whiteboard calendar in my kitchen, and it's still for the month of March of last year. Because I haven't been able to wipe it. I haven't been able to do anything with it. I don't even like to look at it. And I have a pair of sheets that I usually use in the wintertime because they're thicker. I think they're technically flannel sheets. And I really like flannel sheets in the wintertime because they just, something about them. And when it got too hot for me to sleep with them in the spring, summertime, I switched them to my usual spring, summer sheets. And then I never washed them because they're the last sheets that Rudy touched. And I need rotational bedding. So I bought new sheets and I washed them and I put them on my bed and I kind of just stared at them for a minute because I was like, these are sheets that he never touched, nor will he ever. And I took down the old shower curtain and picked up the old mat and I just kind of stared at them for a while. Because I feel ready, to change those things out. I want to change them out. But I can't get rid of them. And I want to change the calendar. I want to use it. But I can't wipe it. Because it still has his vet appointment. And I can't wash those flannel sheets because they still have his fur on them. So I'm ready to do big changes. And then the wall hits. And I can't do it. And I think about him every day. I say goodnight to him every night before I go to bed. And I started doing that when he first passed because it gave me comfort. And now it's just such a part of my routine that I can't go to bed without doing it, but it's not, and it doesn't give me as much comfort, I guess, as it used to, I'll say. That sounds cruel. It feels cruel saying that, but that's how I'll word it. So I'm moving along. I'm learning how to continue to live a life without him. And I have really good days. And then it'll hit me. And it's the same thing with my dad, my father figure that passed away. He passed away 2 weeks before I turned 16. So it's been quite a few years now. And there are even days where I don't think about him, which is weird. And I don't like those days when I get to like the end of the day and I realize, oh, I haven't thought about him today. It kind of makes my stomach churn. I get through, the day and I think about it and then I'm like, damn, I wish I could tell Pops about this. And then I remember why I can't. And like with my high school graduation, my biological dad didn't come. And I mean, of course, when I graduated high school, my father figure was dead at that point for 2 years. No, a year, sorry. Almost 2. A year and a half. And I was like, I wish my dad was here. And I said that to my mom, and she's like, well, your father, like, you can't rely on him, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it would have been cool if bio dad was here, but, like, my dad. And I find that is where it's at, like, in the grief now. For both, my dad and Rudy. Where I'm okay, I'm doing good, I'm cruising, everything's fine, and then it's boom. Oh, I wish I could call Dad and tell him. Or I wish that Rudy was at home for me to snuggle. And I think that grief is very it makes me think of my bipolar, where a lot of the time I'm just kind of coasting in the middle, and then it'll come up and I'm like, oh, it's here. And I always know that it's always there, like it's always in the background, but sometimes it just up to the foreground. I don't think grief is ever something that really leaves us. It's just it like alters us in a way where we learn to live differently. And it took me a really long time to get to this point and this belief, and I do have to remind myself of this. But it is a gift to be grieving and to miss someone. To have loved someone or something, or in my case, a cat too, a creature so much that you feel such a weight without them here. I'm sorry this is probably just really sad. But I think when it comes to grief, I feel very alone in it. And I think it's really important to talk about so people don't feel alone. Or know that what they're feeling that make sense? My dad was really cool. He was so funny. He had neck surgery, and we were at a store, and he was using one of the, scooter carts, and he, like, cut a turn too close, and he knocked not a display, but, like, some of the clothing rack hook things for socks off the wall, and I remember him and I just falling over laughing, and my mom walked away, and we picked it back up and put it back together. But I always think of that memory. And I think of, we were at a amusement park riding the Tilt-A-Whirl. He was the only one that would ride it with me, and I was holding his hand because I was nervous, and I was like, can I ask you something? And he was, of course, you could ask me anything, kiddo. I was like, is it okay if I called you Dad? And I remember he'd like, and he goes, yes, that, I would love it if you felt like calling me that. And I think about those two memories the most when I miss him. And with Rudy, he used to climb, like, up your legs. Like, he was always just climbing. And I like to think of those moments. And I love, especially, like, if I'm really sad, I'll just go and take a shower. And be like, come on, shower time, bubby. And he always kept this little green toy in the shower to play with, and I keep it in there still. I think sometimes I hold on to these things because they are reminiscent of a time where they were still here. Like, I have little antique jewelry that my dad, sorry, I'm jumping around, I know. My dad, got for me. And I don't wear them often because I'm terrified of losing them. But I love to keep those with me all the time. And I'll even take them with me, like, on a trip if I'm really anxious, because I'm like, I need my dad. And that's really all I have left of him. And, like, my family we tried to do, like, some sort of camping trip or something. My siblings and I, and we went on one this past August. And I brought one of Rudy's toys with me because I was like, I need it. I even brought it with me when I went to Dublin to get to a whole other continent with me. I'm so grateful that I had such incredible things and relationships and people and connections that I get this way. I would much rather prefer they were here, but I don't get that option. And if I think about it that way, then I get really angry, and I don't like to be angry. So I'm trying to rewire my brain essentially to just be grateful that I had the opportunity to mourn and to know them and to feel the sadness. And it's really annoying because the sadness just creeps up and is always there. But the alternative would be to feel nothing. And that just seems disrespectful. And I've also, at points in my life, have been where I feel nothing. Whether that's because my mental illness is that bad, or I'm on a medicine that makes me feel that way. And frankly, it's a horrible way to live. It's awful. It sucks. And I don't recommend it. It's very lonely. I don't have many tips. There's nothing that I will say that will make the grief go away. I like to write letters to them the people I miss. I like to talk to them. I say goodnight every night. If someone like recently passes, I like to light a little incense and say some parting words to them. Those are things that help me. I cannot guarantee that they will help you, but you are more than welcome to try them. See if they do. If it's really bad, I like to do something I would have done for them. My dad loved cordial cherries. Loved them. I've never seen a human consume as many as he would during Christmas time. So if I really miss him, I go and I'll buy a box or like a mini one. I can't eat them, but I'll buy one. And like with Rudy, if I really miss him, I'll play with one of his toys. Or I'll go and talk to his urn and pet it. Unfortunately, life is... bad things are happening to everyone. And how you react to them defines if a bad thing is happening to a good person or not. None of us are going to outrun grief and death and things. That is impossible. So when you can, if you can ever, try to remember that feeling this way is a whole part of life. It's a whole part of living. And it is a reminder that you are alive, that you are loved, that you loved, that you are love. If you are having a hard time right now with grief, I'm so sorry. It's an awful feeling. But try to think about positive memories that you had and remember that this is how much love you had for that person or that creature or that thing, whatever it may be. And you've got it. It's okay to be sad. We can't be happy all the time. We can't be positive all the time. You can be angry. Get angry. I try not to. Because, again, I've mentioned it. I don't like being angry. When I'm angry, I turn into my mother. My dad is pretty incredible. So is Rudy. And so is my childhood cat, Nikki, who I miss. And my great aunt, Ruthie, who passed away. And I'm very fortunate that I not only can feel this pain, but that I have people who I miss so much that I feel it. And I just remind myself of that. And I let the feelings be felt. And I try again the next day. I hope you know that you are incredibly strong and resilient. And that you've got this. I don't really have much more to say. Like how I said earlier in this episode, you can probably tell I'm tired. You can probably tell I'm sad. I think I just need to feel sad for a little while. And that's okay. We also, oh my goodness, isn't today February 1st? Made it through January, which is arguably one of the hardest months to get through. Look at you. Are you kidding me? Look at you. Incredible. Thank you for listening to this episode. I'm sorry that it's a bummer, but I really appreciate you listening. If you liked it, please let me know. If you don't, let me know gently. If you like what I say, give me a like, a subscribe, a follow. If you don't, sorry. I hope you guys have a great next week, and I hope I feel a little better. Remember that you've got this, and it's okay to feel the way you do. And it's going to be okay. It's not forever. It can come back at any time and probably will. But it's going to be okay. In the same way that that emotion or feeling can come back. What's the saying? It can't rain all the time. Yup, I remembered. Okay. I'm gonna go probably take a nap. You've got this. I'll talk to you next week.